So the way I think about it is that, so I'm trusting you with the future of our country, of the world, actually, when you're in charge of a media like that. So how do you prevent, so being Jewish, how do you prevent this anti-Semitism? Or if I were black, how do you prevent all of the... So how do you prevent the use of the N-word? We should be able to figure out with software how to moderate this and prevent that from happening. Is that true or not?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Totally agree. Temporarily, people have been able to put some hate speech on Twitter, but then it's been taken down immediately. So now, part of what I'm trying to achieve with this sort of enabling everyone to be payment verified with Twitter Blue is to try to get as many people payment verified as possible. It's only $8 a month, although for some people that were complaining about that, and these are people who pay more than that for their latte.
I'm going to be one of your Twitter Blue customers.
Thank you. But like it's part of its revenue, part of it is payment authentication, and so if somebody because there is a huge problem with spam and bots and trolls on Twitter, and organizations trying to manipulate public opinion. But if we can get enough verified users, and we're going to prioritize Twitter search, replies, mentions by verified users first. And yeah, this is very, if you're payment verified with blue checkmark, then you're prioritized, and hateful conduct pays. But if somebody risks losing even $8, the net effect will be over time that the verified users will pretty much always be at the top of comments and search, and you won't really see, you'll have to scroll far to see the unverified users, which will be the bots and trolls and whatnot.
So if something we don't want to see, it gets pushed way down.
Yeah, just the basic.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and others, great millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and 1/3 remnant out there listening and doing this word with all faith and sincerity, scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. The U.S. say Shalom. Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be sent around. The video you just seen. And, this is only going one way. This is a new and improved alternate form of censorship, right? And you see, he said some key phrases. For one, how Elon Musk is a rat. And I'm not surprised, He's allegedly the richest man on earth. You're not getting to that level of wealth without being a rat, to be honest, because we know the small hat gutter rats control the world, right? So, under the guise of, protecting against hate speech and subscriptions, right? They're gonna weed out all controversial opinions, right? Like he said, with the algorithms that they have, they're going to be pushing people with those subscriptions to be seen. And he said it's going to be very, very hard for you to find, those hateful comments, right? And eventually they won't even be there, right? Because best believe if he charging you, to be on the platform, he's going to charge you when you offend on his platform, right? And he might even reward you for certain things you post, because this is ultimately what they want to do. They want to engineer you people for the new normal, pretty much, right? And this is part of it. Council culture, right? And this is a perfect way to do it because your credit information, right, your bank information is going to be linked to the social media platform itself. So it'll be nothing for him to find you, right? Just like they canceled these celebrities, you don't think they'll cancel you, right? So, like I said in the video previous before, Elon Musk is the world's biggest Trojan horse, right? Because you got a lot of people who trust him and think he's so innovative and so great, but really he's just he's an inside player. And he's only showing that, the more time progresses and the more his policies come out, here it is. He was supposed to be this great white hope, this savior, right? But he's doing nothing but even harsher and worse things than his predecessors, right? This is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And I best believe if one platform is going to do it, the other is going to do it. Meta already is doing the whole subscription thing, right? So I'm pretty sure they got the same blueprint because they're all, they're all joined together. They're all under the same umbrella, rat hood. They all a part of the same fraternity, right? The elites, right? So this is where it's going to go. This is ultimately, and you finna see them push this hella hard because they're being exposed more so than ever. That's why he's, having this heavy-handed approach with dealing with Jake, who's coming up out of their place, right? Because, he's been exposed. So ultimately, this is just to get rid of any, bad thoughts, pretty much, that people may be having, right, and displaying, right, and putting out there to be consumed. Because social media, although it's done a lot for their propaganda and dumbing people down, it's also been a thorn in their side because, on the other side, they're being exposed. And now this exposition is getting to them, right? Now is rabbis on ESPN. So they got to do something about that. And this is going to be the solution, right? This is Job 15 and 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. Because that's all it is. He's deceiving you. Don't forget that this nigga wants to put a chip in your brain. That's to tell you everything you need to know about this guy, man. They're about to make that move with censorship real fast. Okay? Real quick. And if you realize that as soon as they mention anti-Semitism, which is like pretty much a code word, right? That they all understand. Because as soon as they mention it, they start clapping, right? Because that's what they're concerned about. That's what they're worried about, being exposed, right? So they basically asked him, what are you going to do about us, being exposed? And he said, well, hey, I got this plan, and he's going to do it. And it's going to work because it's going to get rid of the truth on the internet, man. And when this happens, you better then we're going to really see who the Lord's dealing with, because that means all bets are off at that point. It's Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They can commune of land snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And this is a snare. Social media in itself is a snare, but especially this subscription thing, man. He's weeding you out, and he's doing it at your own expense, on your own dime, right? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep, right? They have very, very deep imaginations, man. It's a lot of places that Esau wants to take this. And he's going to do it, right? He's going to do it, and he's going to do it quick, seemingly out of the blue, right? It's funny because the name of the new, subscription detail or whatever, Twitter Blue, right? And he's already talking about, they're gonna get up on, they don't want misinformation to harm the elections. But I thought he was so pro speech and shit, man. What happened to that? This is Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. See? And it's happened before, and it's going to happen again, because this is the MO of this devil, man. We know his playbook, right? So if this was like football, they line up in a certain formation, and you just know he finna run the ball. So we pretty much same thing, right? And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. And he's coming at you with peace. Oh, we want to get rid of hate. We can't have people hurt on the internet, and got to counsel these people because they're causing harm. There's rhyme, or there's rise in anti-Sim crime. We got to do something about it, right? But whole time, he's just been exposed. He don't like it, and he wants to control you people. So he's going to come up with narratives to enforce his will on you. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the moment he, makes that real move with that C hip, that RFID, that digital implant, then he really gonna get his, it's gonna be on and popping, right? And we're moving towards this. This is where this is all going, right? Ultimate control starts with censorship, ends with chippy chip. And with that, I give all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Shah, Bashim, Rakak, Dash, Wa, Abba, and DTA.